Hey Virgo, this reading today is for all of my single Virgos out there, and we're going to see what could be coming towards you in love within the next week. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but please do keep in mind it is a general reading, Virgo. May or may not resonate, and you are always welcome to take what works for you and leave the rest. Just a quick reminder that if you would like to get a personal reading from me, I do offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. So we're going to jump into it today, and let's see what could be coming toward my single Virgos in love for this week. First message coming out today, we have got the Nine of Pentacles. I kind of like this, Virgo. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles indicates that you're feeling confident, self-assured, probably just like really loving your life, enjoying how things are going, being independent, feeling good about what you've created for yourself. I actually think this is really wonderful because it's a very powerful energy. It tells me that you're feeling happy and satisfied in what you've created for yourself. And when it comes to love, the Nine of Pentacles to me is somebody who's open to love, but not desperate for love. You know, it's somebody where they've done the work they need to do on themselves and they're ready for love, they're available for love, but they're not going to settle for less than what they deserve. Somebody in the Nine of Pentacles has got really high standards and they're not going to be with somebody who doesn't really meet those standards. So I think this is like a really great place for you to be in this week in terms of attracting love. Ooh, and then look at that. We have the Strength card jumping out in terms of what could be coming towards you. So it is possible, maybe some of you guys are going to be connecting with a Leo this week because that is the Strength energy. But I kind of feel like this does indicate that there's somebody here this week who's starting to develop feelings for you, Virgo. Because the Strength card to me is like strengthening feelings, starting to fall in love with somebody, starting to connect with somebody, realizing that, hey, something is developing here. I'm feeling a connection. I'm feeling the chemistry, the fire energy. And so I think what could be happening, I'm kind of excited. I'm smiling here, Virgo. I feel like you're in such an attractive energy with that Nine of Pentacles that it could be drawing somebody towards you this week who's really starting to have feelings for you with that Strength card. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Virgo, please. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we've also got Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I don't know, I'm feeling a little giddy, you guys. I feel like there's an opportunity for love coming towards you this week. So like I said, we've got Leo energy, we've got Earth energy here. Let's talk a little bit about the Queen of Pentacles. This is a person, don't worry about the gender, but this is a person who is very stable, very nurturing, very caring, probably somebody who does well financially. And I feel like it's kind of like a bit of a moth to a flame type of energy. I have to go back to the Nine of Pentacles because it's like when you're vibrating at this level, you are so ready to attract all of the abundance and all of the wonderful things into your life. And I feel like this is kind of like the magic ingredient, Virgo. So the reason why you've got this Strength card and you've got this Queen of Pentacles coming in is because it looks like you're in such a great place with this Nine of Pentacles to attract love. Because guess what? People can pick up on it when we're confident, when we're self-assured, when we're, vibrating at that high level. And I feel like this week is going to be a really wonderful opportunity for you to attract somebody in who's just going to be completely captivated by you. I don't know. I'm feeling really good about this, Virgo. So here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading. We're going to look at this person, okay? So we're going to look at their overall energy, what they could be feeling this week and what actions they could be taking this week. I will look at the same thing for you, and then we will look at the potential outcomes. So let's take a look at it. Tell me about this person who's here for Virgo. First card coming out, we got Justice. I like that. So this person could be a Libra, but I was going to say here, with this Libra energy and with the Justice card, Virgo, I feel like maybe even the person who you're going to be connecting with, perhaps they work within some sort of legal type of field, okay? So maybe this person who you're connecting with is a lawyer or a legal administrative assistant or a police officer or something like that, something that falls within the realm of the legal world, the legal working world. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but I think for some of you that could potentially be who you're connecting with. Regardless, though, of what their career is, I definitely see this person being very balanced, right? With the Libra energy, we've got the scales. This is probably somebody who's a great communicator, somebody who's really good at resolving conflict. And the Justice card, it gives the vibe of justice of the peace, right? So it gives the vibe of somebody who's probably looking for something serious and something long-term. Tell me more about this person's energy for this week, please. And then we've got the Three of Swords. Interesting. Okay. So I'm also going to say here, Virgo, it is possible that the person who you're connecting with has maybe recently gone through a divorce or separation. Because that's another thing we could see here with the Three of Swords and the Justice card. So maybe this is somebody where they were in a relationship, a long-term relationship, they were married, maybe they had kids with somebody, things didn't work out, as is life, and maybe this person is just kind of wrapping up divorce proceedings, just coming out of a relationship, just kind of, going into that place of separation. So this might be somebody who is, leaving one romantic situation behind and then opening up to new possibilities with you. Tell me more about this person's energy, please. And then we've got the Death card. Yeah, it's interesting, you guys. Like, I almost feel that these cards are saying that the person who's coming towards you this week is maybe like freshly out of something, like I said, like freshly out of a divorce. Maybe they've recently separated from somebody. They recently broke up with somebody. It's over, right? That situation ended. And, it's interesting because I think when it comes to something ending and then jumping into something new, it can sometimes bring up questions of, is this person ready? So we'll look at your person's feelings and we'll look at your person's actions, but it might even be a case where maybe they weren't even looking for this, right? Like, this could be a little bit of an unexpected encounter type of energy where maybe your person is recently divorced, maybe they weren't necessarily looking for somebody, but then the two of you connect this week, you feel the chemistry, you feel the vibe, and you end up exploring it, right? So I am getting a little bit of that. So let's see what they're feeling. Let's take a look at their feelings. Tell me about this person's feelings this week. The Six of Swords. Okay. Phew. I was a little bit nervous with that first energy because I'm like, ooh, if they're just getting out of something, like, are they ready? I feel the Six of Swords is actually a really good indicator that they are, okay? So here's what might happen. You might meet this person and find out that they literally just got out of something. You might be a little bit worried, like, are they emotionally ready to even be dating at this point? The Six of Swords in your person's feelings, to me, strongly suggests that they've detached from that situation, right? Six of Swords, look at this person. They're looking forward. They're not looking back, Virgo, right? So to me, it feels like your person is not emotionally attached to this breakup situation. It feels like they are ready to move on from that. Tell me more about what they could be feeling this week, please. The Two of Wands, yeah. So they're basically at this place where they're thinking about what comes next, right? They're planning, they're preparing. I don't feel that this person has like a lingering attachment to this past energy. I think they're very much ready to move forward. Oh, tell me more. What is this? And then the Three of Wands came jumping out. I like it. Okay. Again, I want to point something out here that I think is significant. So I'm going to hold this up for you, Virgo. I want you to specifically, if you're watching the video, I know some of you guys just listen, but if you're watching, I'm holding up the cards here, and I want you to notice something about the people in these cards. Every single one of these people is looking ahead to what comes next. None of these people here in the imagery are looking backward. So, and this is showing up in your person's feelings. So to me, Virgo, this is a good indicator that even if they did get out of something recently, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not ready to pursue something with you. Because when we look at their emotions, everyone's looking forward. They're not looking back. They're not ruminating on the past. They're not stuck on what happened before. They're very much looking toward what comes next. So I think that's a positive indicator for the potential here in your connection. Tell me what actions they could be taking this week, please. The Four of Swords, yeah. So the Four of Swords is like rest, relaxation, contemplation. I do think your person is really giving themselves a bit of time and space this week to kind of process everything that's going on. There might be a moment, like I said, where the two of you connect and then they're like, oh, I didn't expect this. And, they take a couple of moments, a couple of days to kind of think about things. I like this energy because what I'm picking up on here, and I want to put it into words correctly, it's like, my sense here is that maybe your person wasn't anticipating, like I said, to meet somebody new so quickly after something else ended. And I think they're cognizant of that, Virgo, okay? So I like that because I think they're mindful of it. I don't think they're just like, oh, I'm gonna jump into something new and I'm not gonna think about the implications of it. I think your person is like, okay, I'm recognizing this is fast, so I just wanna make sure that I'm feeling good about how things are moving forward. To me, Virgo, it feels like they're demonstrating a level of self-awareness here. So tell me more about what actions they could be taking. Page of Pentacles, more earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Page of Pentacles tends to be somebody reaching out, extending an olive branch. So I mean, I think this person very clearly is going to be taking action to reach out to you this week. It's like they're going to think about it and they're going to be like, yeah, I'm ready though. I want to talk to Virgo. I want to get to know Virgo more. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking this week, please. Eight of Wands. I'm kind of excited for this energy, Virgo. Like right away, when I was looking at the overall energy, I was like, I'm feeling good vibes here. I really, really am. And you know, the Eight of Wands is it's a fast moving energy. And it just feels like, I don't know, I think things are maybe going to move quicker with you and this person than either of you expected, but it feels good. You know what I mean? And, you know, sometimes we do readings and things move quickly and it's a bad thing, right? I don't see that here. I see this being a connection where both of you meet. Maybe one of you wasn't expecting it. Maybe one of you recently got out of something serious and thought you were going to be single for a while, but now the two of you are connecting and it just feels good. It's like when it feels good, right? It's like you don't want to deny the connection here because of some sort of like arbitrary timeline of healing, right? You know, sometimes people will have opinions on healing. Like they'll say, you know, when you get out of a long-term relationship, you shouldn't date again for 6 months or a year. I don't personally believe that. I don't think healing works that way. That's just my opinion. You can totally disagree with me. But like, you know, I think it is possible to get out of something and be ready for something new quickly. You know, it's very context dependent, depends on the work you've done and the emotional healing. But I guess what I'm saying here is there's not a timeline to when you fall in love. And maybe you and this person are connecting and you're like, oh, it's kind of fast, or one of us just recently got out of something. It doesn't necessarily mean it can't work out, right? And I think both of you are aware of that, but you can't deny the connection. So you're like, yeah, maybe it's quick, but we're not going to lose out on the chance to get to know each other. That's what I feel. You can let me know if that connects, Virgo. So let's take a look at you. Tell me about Virgo's energy for this week, please. Nice. 10 of Cups, happily ever after card. I think you're going to be seeing the potential with this person. I think when you're connecting with this person, you're like, yeah, like obviously it's going to take time for you guys to get to know each other and build something. But I think very quickly you're going to be like, I could see this going somewhere nice, like really good. Tell me more, please, about Virgo's energy for this week. The Hanged Man. Sorry, I'm laughing, you guys, because it's like, it's kind of like the Four of Swords that we saw for your person. Hanged Man is kind of slowing things down, taking a little bit of a pause, looking at the situation from every angle. And so we're kind of seeing that for both of you, right? I do think there is something here about this happening quicker than you guys expected. And so I feel both of you are just, you know, excited about each other, but also taking a bit of a breather this week too, like where you're like, wait, I just want to look at this from all different angles and to make sure that it's still good, right? Tell me more, please, about Virgo's energy. And then we've got the Devil card. That's fascinating, you guys. So I can tell you what I think is going on here, okay, for you. So the Devil card tends to represent something toxic. I mean, okay, it can represent really strong lust and desire. So it could just indicate there's a very strong attraction between you and this person. But it can also like definitely be a problematic energy, like for sure, right? So it tends to indicate something unhealthy, something not good. And I feel like that's why we've got the pause, the Hanged Man, followed by the Devil, because if this is picking up quicker than you and this person expected, I think you're like really being careful with that, Virgo, because maybe you have had situations in the past where things moved really quickly and it didn't work out. Or maybe there's been situations in the past where you dated someone who had just like got out of a relationship and it ended up like blowing up in your face or something like that. And so I think you're just being very careful here because you've had learning experiences potentially in the past where moving quickly or connecting with someone soon after a breakup didn't work out. And you're like, I want to make sure that this is not that same situation. So I think you're being very mindful here and wanting to make sure that if the two of you are exploring this, it's moving in a healthy direction for both of you. Tell me what Virgo could be feeling this week, please. The Judgment card, okay? I like that. The Judgment card is about our higher purpose. It's about compatibility. It's about connecting with somebody where we feel like there's that alignment between what each of us want. So I think you're feeling compatibility with this person. Tell me more, please, about what Virgo could be feeling this week. The Four of Cups. Okay, so I think for you, especially Virgo, there's going to be a little bit of internal conflict this week. So I just want you to be mindful of this if it comes up. And I think it relates to what we've been talking about at length. this issue of like, are they ready? Because I do think if they're like recently out of a relationship or just kind of, wrapping up a divorce, I think that I see some concerns here. I think that's going to be a bit of a flag for you. You're going to be like, okay, what should I do here? Should I pull back my energy? Because the Four of Cups is someone who's like, should I give to this situation emotionally or should I pull back? Now, the interesting thing though, is that the Four of Cups is ultimately a card of missed opportunity, okay? And so I think this week, you're going to be taking in all of this information about your person and their situation and how you feel about them, and then deciding what you want to do. Because I do think you're going to maybe be a bit concerned about, like I said, either the pacing or that your person recently got out of something, and you're going to look at it, but you're also going to realize that there's some really good things here with that 10 of Cups and the Judgment. And so you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, so what do I do? Because if I shut it down, then I could be missing out on a really good opportunity. So my sense here is that you are going to feel a little bit concerned about whether you should jump into this. But I also think it's going to be very present in your mind that, good connections don't just come along all the time. When you feel something significant with somebody, you want to explore it. So I kind of feel like you're going to get a little concerned, but then you're going to be like, but do I want to miss out on the opportunity to get to know someone where there could potentially be something really good? Tell me more, please, about what Virgo could be feeling this week. And then 7 of Cups, yeah. Confusion, uncertainty, what do I do? Yeah, it's interesting, Virgo, because we are definitely seeing cards to indicate that you're going to be feeling a little bit emotionally confused, I guess, and cautious this week, right? And so that might be something that you need to grapple with on your own. You might have to sit with those feelings a little bit with that Hanged Man. And like I said, the Hanged Man is about looking at a situation from different perspectives. So look at this from every angle. You might even talk to them too. Like, I'm a big fan of communication, and I'm noticing when I look at your energy so far, there's no Swords energy. So I'm like, where's the communication? Maybe the communication could help. Like, if you're feeling nervous about this person being ready to be dating, you could ask them, you could say like, yeah, you mentioned you recently separated, or you just went through a divorce. Like, how are you feeling about being out there and dating? Like, do you feel ready? To me, I think that's a very nice, benign, like kind of fair question that you can ask. So communication could also be used to understand the situation. But I do think you're going to be a little thrown off by something. So just be mindful of that, because you might have to deal with those feelings. So let's see what actions Virgo could be taking this week, please. The Chariot. It's kind of like after you think things through, you're like, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance anyway. Let's explore this. Let's charge forward. Tell me more about what actions Virgo could be taking this week, please. Knight of Swords. Look at this, you guys. It's like earlier in your energy, we had these slower moving cards, pulling back a little, contemplating, and now all of a sudden in the actions that you're taking, there's like this crazy forward energy of you like deciding, you know what, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it, I'm gonna see how it goes, I'm just gonna put myself out there and we're gonna see what happens. It's kind of like taking that leap of faith and just being like, I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it because it feels good. And, I'm going to keep my eyes open, but like, if things feel good, I'm going to continue to explore it, right? It's kind of that energy of like, don't go looking for problems where there's no problems, like, yeah, okay, if you're dating this person and then issues come up, then deal with the issues. But if you're like dating this person, you're having a great time and you guys are communicating and it's going really well, like don't go looking for problems where there aren't any. Because like I said, I don't think it's necessarily a red flag that someone has recently come out of a relationship. Again, that's my opinion. Because, maybe they just got out of the relationship, but maybe the relationship was rocky for years and they had been talking about separating, and maybe your person has already had ample time to process that. And so now it's just the actual divorce. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying like, look at the situation and look at how things are actually going between the two of you. And don't necessarily focus on things that are like the what ifs. Focus on what is working. And then if an issue comes up, address it. But I feel like you're going to come to the realization that you don't want to stop yourself from exploring this connection because it feels good. That's what it feels like, Virgo. Tell me more, please, about what actions Virgo could be taking. And then the 9 of Wands, yeah. I think you want to kind of fight for this. The 9 of Wands is like, you've been through battles in love before. And we talked about how with that Devil card, Maybe you have had some toxic stuff happen before, some unhealthy dynamics. And so you've been through it, you know what it's like probably to be in an unhealthy dynamic, have unhealthy shit happen in a relationship. And so you're being careful. And I think that's smart. But I think there's like this thing in the tarot for you today that's like, definitely keep your wits about you, for sure. And if something comes up and it doesn't seem right, talk about it and address it. But I don't really see that. I actually feel like things are going to move forward in a really nice way. So it's like, you know what, even if you've gone to battle before in love, it doesn't mean that that's like what's going to happen here. So it's like, move forward if it's feeling good. I feel like that's what the tarot is saying. Like, keep exploring this if you want to, if it's feeling good, right? And, if red flags come up at any point, address them and deal with it and move forward, right? Anyway, let me know if that message is connecting with you guys. So, moment of truth. Let's see what the potential outcome is here within this situation, please. Let's take a look. Look at that, you guys. The Empress. Like, probably one of the best cards to get is the outcome. This is really nice, okay? So the Empress is about love, nurturing, connection, caring. Like, this is, I gotta say, Virgo, like a really, really nice outcome, which is kind of what I've been saying the whole reading, where I'm like, I do feel there is something really nice between you and this person. And the outcome is saying, like, if you decide to give it a chance and explore this connection, look at where it could take you. It could take you towards a connection where you feel this love and you feel so cared for and you feel so nurtured. So at the end of the day, Virgo, I think this week could be very interesting for you, because I do think as a single Virgo, you're like just vibrating at this high level, 9 of Pentacles. Somebody maybe unexpectedly is going to connect with you this week. And I think both of you are going to be feeling really good about it. There is an issue here though of maybe them recently getting out of a relationship, or you recently getting out of a relationship, or things moving quickly, which are valid things to look at. But like, if you explore those issues and you realize it's not a problem and you continue to see each other, I think that there's something potentially really good here. That's what the outcome says with the Empress. Like, this could go to a really good place. And yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here this week. It could be a very interesting week. You might find yourself connecting with someone new that you just didn't expect. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Virgo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. If you would like to get a personal reading from me, I do offer those from Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. Of course, I wish you love, I wish you happiness, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye, guys.